Hello and welcome back again. This time we're going to look at some of these other wee tabs at the top of the screen. So you've got your overview, which has your home, your account. So if you click on that, it brings up your profile settings. So it says yes, reset the tutorial, upload an image, put your FX here, which is a little code that goes for the reptiles that you've bred. You can reset your account, change your mailing preference. You can hide or show customized reptile images, hide or show chat, which I'll explain chat in this as well. You can block list, so you can put the names of people that you don't want to see in chat. For example, you could put Skywalker38, Paula 9099, or developer, admin, whoever. You can change your password. You can update your description. And it also shows you your breeding and your genetics. And I've never actually pushed on these, so let's see what these do. So you can upgrade with your tokens. So 4 tokens will give you an extra 400 genetics XP. 1 token will give you 10,000 Reptos. Max auctions. Turns, reputations. What else have we got in here? So you've got your news log, which this shows you what you've done. So if you've gone and donated money to someone, or you've gone and brought something, or you've had studs up on the stud market, which we will get to, they will also show up in your log history. And you can also see global news. So if I go to global news, it says that, it shows us who's new to the game. So there you can see training account is registered. Who's won some reptiles from the importer. More new players. And so that just shows you like who's new, if anyone's won anything from the importer, or has placed tokens for sale on the market, which we will get to that as well. And it shows you the last 150 actions. Your inventory. I know I skipped messages. But you can get special event items here. And you can also buy for token special items, which we will get to. Your messages. So as you can see, you've got the 2 envelopes at the top of your screen. Someone might message you for a reptile you have, and these will come up green and yellow. I will show you in a minute what that looks like, but it'll come up coloured, and you can click on your messages there, or you can click on the 2 envelopes. Will also take you to messages, and it'll show up over here, and then you can respond, or you could message. So say we want to send a message to Paula 9099. I'm just going to go, hello, I am new. Hello, I'm new. Can you help me? Can you help me? And then we're going to send a message. So that message has been sent. Now, say this player's online and sees your message and you're busy away over here in your reptiles room. And you're busy working away, and you might get a wee message back. So you're busy working away, and with your unassigned, which you haven't moved over to your red-eyed frogs yet, and your envelopes come up yellow and green. You have a message. So then we click on that. And yes, we have a message here from Paula 9099 on August 26, 2024 at 9:11 a.m. is when it came in game time. Hello, welcome. How can I help you? So if I click on it, this is what's been said. And I take a quick reply here and send a message. That's messages. And then you go back out to your reptiles. Also in there you have finances, but the big one is your support and your facts. Now, we will be coming back in the facts one shortly, but it gives you a bit about new player intro, account reset, how to add friends, breeding, chat, game versions, enclosures, genetics levels, which I'll be coming back to, groups, health, items, interface, jobs, market, projects, racks, rescue, species, reputation rooms. So there's a list of all the different species that are on here, which is not all of them. Support, tokens, turns, town, XP experience, so breeding experience. Let's go back up. And then subscribe, and so you can subscribe, log out. In your reptiles tab, you have your reptiles, your rooms, racks, which we haven't got into, but they are like your rooms, but very expensive. Breeding, incubator, managing projects, offers. Another thing is to get a career. You want to bring your Reptos up. Having a career is always a good idea. And you can choose. So you can take the zoo career. You can take the vet's career, the courier career, or the retail career. This one we're going to start as a trainee. We're going to choose the zoo career. So we can collect 1,500 Reptos every day. So collect pay. It's every 24 hours. And then over here we have bonus chance 1 and bonus chance 2. Bonus chance 1. You helped capture an escaped animal. You got 485 Reptos. Bonus chance 2. You discovered a new species. You got 572 Reptos. So that's just bringing our Repto count back up a bit. You've also got your graveyard. So when one of your reptiles dies, you can bury them and send them to the graveyard, and they'll show up in here. You also have your ancestry for reptiles. So you can check if you've got a reptile ID, you can check its ancestry. And COI calculator. So that's your inbreeding calculator. Oh. So if we go into the COI calculator, if you enter the male and the female, and you can calculate how much each one, if they're inbred. So if you're going to get inbreeding with your babies. In the shops, we have the reptile shop, which we've looked at. We've looked at the enclosure shop, the rack shop. So let's have a look at the rack shop. So these are racks. Like you see in a lot of snake breeding videos, a lot of them are kept in racking systems. Same principle. But each tub, so you can buy 30 tubs at a time is the maximum. And each tub can have anywhere from 1 space to 100 space. Now we'll get to that spacing requirements in a moment. But if you want 100 space for 5 tubs, that's 11 million Reptos. Just a little bit away from that. So the ones you work up for. Yep. Then we're in shops. So then you can look at the special items, which you can buy. So you can get a health boost, which boosts your reptile's health to 100%. You can do a gender swap. You can hatch now, a C-section, a super fertility, conditioning, age a year, supersize, artificially inseminate, and clone reptile. Each one costs tokens. So 25, 4, 15, 10, 1, 8. So they're your specialized items you can buy. You can also go to the importer, who you can get new reptiles like a sylvan lizard, or you can get Dinka Royal Pokemon, which has 20 can have a combination of 20 different morphs in it, which will help you, or you can buy certain morphs. So you could get an Arid or an Aurora or a Bamboo and your Red Ball Pythons. You can get ornate horn frogs. So there's 3 in there, 3 different morphs. Your corn snakes. The other 2 morphs for red-eyed tree frogs. So the albino and the black, you can only get off the importer or from another player who's breeding them. Same with your leopard geckos. You can get different morphs in there that you can't just normally buy from the player shop. So that's where we look at the importer shop. And with the importer, it's based on tokens again. So you've got to have the tokens. So then we look at the token shop. So you can buy tokens, buy things with your tokens. But if you want to buy tokens, then you click up here on short on tokens. We'll get more into that in a moment. Then you've got player shops. Now, player shops are run by other players, and you can put reptiles in there to sell so that you don't want them anymore, they're not selling on the market, you can pop them up on a player shop. So we'll just look at this player shop here, whose shop was owned by WWE Corn Serpent, one of the OG players. And this is their shop. And you can see they've got some reptiles in here to sell. Now, when the shop is open, so there's an employer or employees online, these reptiles will sell one every 10 minutes. So let's have a look at another shop that might be open. So here we go. Which Hissy Fits? Owned by Paul in 9099. And it's got the employees Hayley Wannabe and Gypsy Vanna Lovers. They have no reptiles in their shop, but you can see how it says next customer in 8 minutes. So it means one of those 3 people are online. And you can apply for a job. So you go to a player shop and you can go apply for a job and you can send an application. If you send the application, so I'm sending the application sent. Now each shop can only have 2 employees. So at the moment, Paula 9099 cannot hire this person. Will hire you. You can donate. So if you go to the Rare Breed Games website, you can buy tokens. So you can buy 2 tokens, 10 tokens, 20, 44, 110. And that I will walk you through that process at some point. Next, you have market. And so you have the Reptile Market New and Reptile Market Old. No one uses Reptile Market Old. So you want Reptile Market New. And in here is where you buy reptiles. So you have to give it a moment to load, otherwise it can crash computers. It doesn't, it just glitches and makes the screen come up with, please wait. But we're going to select a species. So we're just waiting for that to load. And you'll see a list of all the species that are available on the market. And they're in groups. So there's snakes. Just got to wait for it to finish loading. Right, so we're going to look and select our species. So we've got snakes, we've got the lizards, we've got amphibians. So let's see. There's some red-eyed tree frogs on there. So we've selected them. We're going to perform the search. And up on that market, we have 2 juvenile normals. So we could buy them. They're both males. So let's say we want to buy this male here. We can go buy now. Are you sure you want to buy this reptile? Okay. We now have that male. Okay. So that male is now, when we go back to our reptiles tab, will be in the unassigned reptiles. So that reptile is now up in our reptiles tab. Also on the market, you have the stud market. And at the top you can see here, add a new stud, show my studs, and studs reserved for me. So say you've been talking to someone on the chat and you've asked them because they breed red-eye tree frogs and they have all three morphs. You can ask them to reserve a stud for you and it'll show up here. So if we click on show studs reserved for me, there's none. That's fine. But there's also studs on the open market. So if we scroll down, you can see we've got snakes, lizards, amphibians. So let's have a look and see if there's any red-eyed tree frogs. So we're going to put them in there and we're going to filter species. There we go. So we can see Puller 9099 has 2 up, but there are 3,000 Reptos each. And you'll see they've got all 3 morphs. And it's 325 quality. So this person's named them, that they've got 3 loci or 3L out of 3. And the quality. So you can see the quality there. So they've put that into the name. So the 3L, so they've got 3 different morphs out of the whole 3 that you can get for that species. Now, if you wanted to buy a stud, you'd go over here to buy stud. You'd select which female you wanted to stud it to, and you'd go continue. You're not going to buy a stud though. And you can scroll down and just look. So pricings are all different. Even the same player will have different pricing for different snakes or frogs or whichever you're breeding. You can add a stud. So another way to make money is to put your males up on the stud market. So let's say we're going to add this male for 1,000. We're going to add him to the stud market. So someone could go, oh, I need a hypo red-eyed tree frog. There's one up on the market. Let's take that stud. And that would increase your tokens as well. Return to, and then you've added all your studs, so you're going to return to the stud market. And you can see here now it says show my studs. And here's yours up here for 1,000 Reptos. Token market. Let's have a look at that one now. So here you can sell tokens for how much you want to sell them for, or you can buy tokens. So someone's got tokens and they need some Reptos. So they've put 1 token up for 5 million, or they've put 1 token up for 1.1 million. It just depends. Everyone can set their own prices for the tokens and how many they want to sell and for what price. Turn market. So you've run out of turns. You can buy 10 turns for 1 token. Or you can sell 10 turns. you can sell up to 90 turns. But the thing is, most people, you can only have 20 turns. So there's no point trying to sell 90 turns, 10 or 20. And you can see them up here for some prices. 10 turns for 1,000 tokens, 20 turns for 1,000, 10 for 1,000, 10 for 100, 10 for 60, 20 for 20, 10 for 10, 10 for 9. So it just depends. Again, people, different prices. So, 2 tokens for 10 turns. Contracts is another way. So you can select a species of reptile that you're breeding. So let's going to have a look at red-eyed tree frogs. We can filter the contracts for red-eyed tree frogs. And there's no contracts. They appear periodically and they'll come back. So let's see, let's try and find one that there might be one for, just go Triceratops. Let's go dinosaur. Oh, none for Triceratops. What about koi? Okay, view all contracts. There is normally contracts sitting in there that you can accept to help you gain money. Groups, you've got group home. You can view groups. So let's pick one to look at. I don't know. I've never worked in the groups tab. So you can look at top groups. And you can be invited to each group. And yep, shows you the wealth and XP, breeding level XP, genetics XP, total score. Community, so you got your forums where if you've got questions, you can go into here and there might be answers. So you've got news and announcement, admin and moderators only, general discussion, suggestions and feedback, help. So if you get you're a new player and you need some help, you can go and have a look in there. Species information, breeder discussions, art, buy, sell or trade. And then you've got non-game related, general discussion, reptile hobbies, artwork, and reptile breeder 3 discussions. So yes, they're working on a 3rd generation of reptile breeder. Then you have your species profiles. And in here you've got all the different species that is on the game. So we looked at the red-eyed tree frogs earlier. But say we want to breed leopard geckos. We could click on leopard geckos. And it gives us all that information, can be housed together, what habitat it likes. Now, we were talking about space earlier. So you can see here that as a baby, neonate, they only take up 0.2 space. But when they get to an adult, they actually take up 2. And if you don't have enough room in your enclosure, then they're not going to grow and you're going to get all the problems. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on how many reptiles you have in your enclosure and how close it is to getting full. Because it's all well and good putting 30 neonates into a 45 space tub or enclosure, but they're soon going to grow and then they're not going to fit into that 45 space enclosure for much longer. So then you're going to have to look at getting a bigger enclosure. And again, you can see the different morphs for the leopard geckos there. You have your buddies. So, you might get on well with Skywalker 38. And, Skywalker's been helping you with everything you've been doing. So you're going to send them a buddy request, which then you can see when they're on, what they're doing, their genetics level. You can view requests. So you might get a request up here. It says 1 new buddy request. And you can see your outgoing, your incoming, and your buddy list. More than you look at your games. So another way to make some Reptos is you can do the community lottery. Oh, that's being upgraded. Let's see what other games are working. Snake, lizard, tortoise. So it's like rock, paper, scissors. Tortoise beats snake. Snake beats lizard. Lizard beats tortoise. Let's go lizard. You have 9 plays left. Your opponent chooses lizard. You win. You receive 1,500 Reptos. Oh, they chose tortoise. So let's go. They chose tortoise last time. Let's go snake. Your opponent chose lizard. Snake hits lizard. You win. There's another 1,500. Let's go tortoise for the third one. Your opponent chooses snake. Tortoise hides in shell to beat snake. You win. Let's go do one more. They chose lizard. Lizard gets inside shell to beat tortoise. You win. You receive 1,500 Reptos. So our Reptos has gone back up a bit. The other games is you've got high or low. So this one you're spinning Reptos. And is it going to be higher or lower than 5? So we're going to go guess high. Congratulations, you've won 20, so it doubled it. And you can play again and carry that on. You can do so many of them today to help boost your Reptos. You can look at player achievements. So you can view your own achievements, or we'll put in the top one in chat, Paula9099. Let's have a look at their achievements. So they've got total reptiles owned 10, 25, 50. So they've owned 750. No breeding achievements, no amassed wealth Reptos. Let's try. We'll go back one. And we'll see what Sky's records are. So 17322. Display. So yeah, it's only showing up the reptiles owned achievements. You can see weekly breeder rankings. So where you might feed into that top breeder top ranks. So we can see Gila Monsters there at the top. Oh, excuse me. WWE Corn Serpent. Tattoo Baby 89. Paula 9099. Ava. All the different ones you'll see floating around in the chat are all there. You can see weekly quality rankings. So we have red-eyed tree frogs. So let's go and see what the rankings are for red-eyed tree frogs. So selected red-eyed tree frogs. Let's go display ranking for species. Oh, 0 red-eyed tree frogs were found hatched over the past 7 days. Let's pick another species. Triceratops. Apparently there's been no Triceratops breed. Let's go royal pythons, aka bull pythons. Okay, so that's not working. So you can see top rated players. And where they fit in there. You can see the top 50 reptiles. So say we want to look at the red-eyed tree frogs because that's what we're breeding. Go find them, red-eyed tree frogs, submit. So this will give us the top 50 red-eyed tree frogs. So number 1 to 1 to, oh, is it the top 50? All belong to Gila. Gila Monsters 1. No. So Gila has the top 22. And then there's some rat rack there. Has some more. And you can see that top quality is 657. So that is the quality that it was born with. That muscle and skin. That's why I recommend that you do the muscle and skin every turn. It's the muscle and bath. It's colour, temperament, movement, proportions. It all adds into that total quality at the end. You can advertise us, advertise the game. So some banners there. the Morphlopedia. So let's have a look. We'll go see what it says about red-eyed tree frogs. So you've got a normal, you've got an albino, you've got an albino black het hypo. So this is what each one looks like. Albino black hypo, albino het black. So these are all the different ones that are currently in game. Now the big thing is chat, but we'll get to that. Because up here you can see players online. It says there's 46 players online. So if we click on that, we can see who is online. And it goes from oldest player to newest. So we can see Pula 90 is online, Wolves, Snake Boy, 260th, Ash Dragon, Hayley Wannabe, Rosarisa, Umanko, there's our one, and Lavender Snow Lily, who's new. They've started after us. So they're all on there. So that's who's online. And then, so we go back to our Reptiles page and we're like, I'm really, really stuck. So we could go in here. Hi, I am you. Can someone help me? So this is chat. And you can see here you've now popped up saying, hi, I'm new. Can someone help me? And someone might pop up and go, so you've typed in chat, but hold on. No one's responding to you. For the chat to refresh, you need to refresh your page. Okay? So you've got to refresh that page. But don't just hit refresh up here. Otherwise, what quite often can happen is your chat will come through again. And that is it for this video. I know, guys, this was a really long one. It's nearly 45 minutes. But hopefully that's helped you through learning about all the different tabs, what everything is. Again, if you do have any problems or do need help, please do jump in that chat and just go, I'm new, can you help me? And someone will always help you. Okay? So I'm going to stop this one, and next one, or the next one will be on genetics and how the genetics XP works. Okay, guys, bye.